Good morning, good morning, good morning, afternoon to everybody, and welcome back to Wellness Wednesdays. We've had a little bit of a hiatus, and it's just nice to be back and doing it again, and really welcoming everybody to the fall program for the Brain Wellness program. It's really good to see some familiar faces, and I see some new faces, so that's always really very exciting, and really exciting because we're starting off the fourth season of programming with the Brain Wellness program, and really approaching our 1-year anniversary of the program, and so it's really growing, and that's really fun, and it's been really exciting. And one of the most exciting parts of our growth has been the starting of our new program manager. And so I'm going to hand it over to Silky to introduce him, and then actually, you know what, I think I may first just give you an agenda of the day, and then we'll start. So we're going to introduce Matt, our new program manager, and then we're going to move into the...
Well, I'd like to be able to hear it.
Oh, somebody... And then we're going to move into the tasters of some of the new fall programs. So the dance program, the gardening program, Art from the Heart, yoga, and the writing program. And so we're going to have a bit of a taster of each of those. We're going to wrap up the Summer Brain Wellness Challenge and talk a little bit about that and announce some of the winners. And that will be our Wellness Wednesday for today. So over to Silky to introduce our manager and make some general comments.
Yes, thank you, Elaine. A very warm welcome and happy fall nearly to everybody. It's lovely to see you all. And it is my great pleasure, we worked on this for a long time, to introduce Dr. Matt Sacheli to you. You can see him here, and his name is currently BC Brain Wellness. He's waving at you. And Matt actually returns to UBC. He did his PhD here in neuroscience. He was...
My God.
Have fun.
So I might just suggest, because I can hear some other people, if you're not scheduled to speak, you might want to mute your microphone.
Yeah.
And so coming back to Matt, he did his PhD here in neuroscience, investigating why exercise is working to help people with Parkinson's and what happens in the brain. And he's been really interested in that question for many, many years. He says a decade roughly. He studied kinesiology, so the science of movement, with his PhD in Ottawa, and then a master's from Wilfrid Laurier. And he was really motivated because he could see, whilst doing personal training, that he had one particular client where exercise really transformed how this person who had Parkinson's was doing. And so ever since, he's been very interested in understanding why that is, and also very interested in really bringing exercise and lifestyle interventions to healthcare and to improve healthcare, which of course is exactly what we're trying to do. I would also say that he has some very relevant experience then after his PhD at the Western Brain Institute, which is part of the Western Family Foundations. He was in Toronto, he still virtually is. He'll join us in BC next month. And at the Western, he managed a $20 million portfolio of Parkinson's disease grants, and he also designed a program for the Western called Brain Health, Lifestyle Approaches and Microbiome Contributions. Now that's obviously a fantastic fit, and so we're looking extremely forward. He just joined us a few weeks ago to harness his vision as well as his proven ability to create community, to bring people together, and to be just a great organizer as well. That, with his passion for anything lifestyle and particularly exercise based to improve all our lives, is going to be really, really taking the program to the next level, particularly when it comes to research. And broadening the impact. Yeah, and he's, I think, looking very forward to moving to Vancouver again. This is where he and his wife, they are newlyweds, met. And of course, BC has so much to offer in terms of snowboarding, which he likes, and also playing golf. And he loves cooking, which he can do anywhere, but of course, even nicer to do it here. So we are extremely excited to have Matt on board, and a very, very warm welcome to you, Matt. And I'm sure all of you will interact with him one way or another. And with that, I'll hand over to you.
Thanks so much, Silke. I'm thrilled to be here. This has been a long time in the making, and something that I've been following for a while. And it's great to see all the fantastic programs. And you know, I've kept in touch with Silke since my time at UBC, and even though I've moved to the east, and to see this program kind of evolve over the years and to see it grow has been really fantastic. And I'm absolutely thrilled to be joining this great group, and to see this even grow even further. And you know, during my interview process, we talked about how we could really expand the program, and I think we have a great opportunity here to grow the program outside of Vancouver and to reach the greater BC community. And I think the unique aspects in BC, where people are really committed to health and committed to overall lifestyle improvements, will really be an advantage to us to be able to create a blueprint for all of Canada to really replicate and show how we can really improve our health with these lifestyle approaches. I think is going to be key. So I'm thrilled, and I'm excited to see what we can do with this program and to grow it. So I want to congratulate everyone who's been involved to this point, and I look forward to working with everybody and to join some of the classes and see all the participation. So it's great to see.
Thanks, Matt. We are thrilled to have him, and looking forward to all of the great things to come going forward. So now we're going to just start with our taster sessions of some of the programs for the fall, and I'm going to hand that over to Petra to get that going for us.
Yeah. All right, so really excited to give everyone a little preview of our new exciting classes offered in our fall program. To start out, we're going to give you a little taste of our new dance class called Think, Feel, Dance with Megan Walker-Straight. Megan wasn't able to attend today, so I'll just give a brief little intro, and then I'll play a video that she pre-prepared for us. Well, Megan has been teaching contemporary dance in the School for Contemporary Arts at Simon Fraser University since 2000. She danced professionally in New York City for many years, and in 2015, she began her involvement with Dancer Parkinson's, was a 2015 to 2018 recipient of the Wertheimer Fellowship for in-depth study and training by the New York-based Brooklyn Dance for Parkinson's Group. Currently, she's teaching her dance classes in the Lower Mainland, as well as most recently on Zoom. Megan has put together just a short little interactive dance session for us today for her exciting new class. So please feel free to join in with us.
Here live with us.
There. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Loud and clear? Okay. Okay, well, hello everyone. And I just got my screen here. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to say a few things about art from the heart. If you have an interest or feel drawn to intuitive or abstract painting, or if you enjoy self-exploration in a supportive environment, or maybe just would like to come for an hour-and-a-half session of painting, then this might be a course for you. And the best news I can probably give you is that you need absolutely no artistic skills. Everything that you paint has value. Don't need an eraser, you don't need to take it off. It's all meaningful, and so nothing really can go wrong, which is a question, or I get this as a question quite often. People will say, oh, I'm not an artist, what am I going to do? But you know, you can do it, and I promise you there'll be no problem with that. So I thought it probably would be good to go through a typical session. We start usually with a check-in, and you will find over the 4 or 5 weeks that we are together painting that you get to know each other. So it's kind of important to have that time at the beginning of the session to check in and to see how everyone is doing. It's brief, but important. And then check-in is followed by a discussion of a theme or a topic. And this might be something like, what is really meaningful to me the next week? It could be something like, what has been weighing on my mind? Or it might be, I really feel like being excited about something, what brings me joy. And so we'll talk about that, and in there you will find something that is good for you that you can relate to. And then I will show you how to take these feelings around the topic and make, with the use of paint, an image with it. And so in the session we will discuss the topic and the way how we will paint the image, so you have you're quite clear about it, and there'll be no guesswork as to, oh, how am I going to do this? So we'll talk about that, and then after that we usually do a meditation or a short visualization, which is just to get you kind of relaxed and centered around the issue that you would like to look at today or that week. And once the visualization is finished, we will typically go into the actual painting. Now the painting is done very quietly. The mics are turned off so we don't interfere with noise, or sometimes people walk into your room and it might disturb others. So everything is quiet, and it gives you a time to reflect on what we are working with, and then just sort of basically start looking at the feelings around that, and a rhythm starts to occur. And it is sort of like, I feel this about our topic. I'm looking at the paints in front of me, and gee, I think the yellow really fits that. And you start making some marks with yellow, and pretty soon you'll come back to the feeling. You think, it has shifted to red, and you'll start making some red marks. And so eventually you will end up with a full sheet of symbols, scribbles, things that are painted that are meaningful to you. And so once this is finished, we then come back, we'll turn the mics back on, we'll come back to the room. And for those of the people who are in the class who feel safe and comfortable to do so, it's an opportunity to share their experience. And one might find that after a while, that this is probably the most important part of the whole session. It's where we have given a platform to our feelings, our thoughts. We have expressed them, and furthermore, others have heard us. And there is a sharing between people that really goes deeply and is quite lovely. So the image is okay, it's important, but the actual artistic process is even more important. And so people typically come back to me and say that after a session they feel lighter, they feel something has shifted, and they can take their painting and use it for let's say, for whatever happens during the coming week. They can take what they have learned from themselves by listening to themselves into their lives and go forward with it. Sometimes people would respond with poetry or with music, or they may offer a dance to the painting. And it takes you, every time you do something, that takes you a little bit further and might give you insights as well. So I hope I have piqued your interest, and that maybe we'll see you sometime in the future, and it'll be nice to work with you and to see what we can create together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mady, for that. As someone who has the honor of being in a few of Mady's classes, I can attest that they're absolutely wonderful. Thank you again for that preview. And I apologize again for a little tech glitch there. I'm going to try to share Megan's video again for the interactive dance session here.
I'm going to begin. I'm going to move back to my chair so you can see my whole body. And I want you to bring the liveliness of the dancing into your spirit, into your muscles, deep into your tissues and your cells and your brain. I will show you first the movement pattern, and then we'll work on it. We won't be able to practice a lot because our time is short, but we're going to get in a lot of material. I don't think I need my glasses. Okay, first thing we will do is we will cross right or left our arm across our midline, and we will open up the whole Zoom group that's out there. And then we'll draw that energy back into our shoulder. We'll lift the other arm to the corner, reaching, and we'll let it drop. And then we will gather up our hand in front of us and blow. And let that feather, or perhaps it's a message, or a leaf, flow through the space in front of us. And then we'll do it on the other side. Second half will be to open our arms wide, step to the side, and then bring the back arm way over expansively to the front hand, interlace the fingers, and then pull them back. Suddenly you have a bat. 2 swings, and then gaze at where that ball is going, point to it, watch it move up and back behind you to catch it as a grounder, to catch it, reach for it midway, miss it. Always changing where you're facing, and then watch out for the ball, and finally home run. So those 2 parts we will connect together. Okay, let's go. Take a deep breath. Feel yourself pushing down through the your pelvis into the seat, lifting your back high. One arm or the other, cross your midline. Open to the group that's out there. Spread your fingers wide. Pull back into your opposite shoulder. Reach, lift, drop, gather, and blow. Let that message flow. That arm starts. Cross your midline. Open out. Pull that energy way back into your center, touching your opposite shoulder. Lift to the corner. Drop. Gather up. And blow. And there it goes. Through the air in front of you. Good. Let's take a big breath. One more time. Breath, opening, stepping to the side, arms wide. Big arm up and over. Pull it back. And 1. And look. Gaze out, eyes wide, face alive. You see it, and it goes up and over behind you, and you catch it. Reach for it, miss. Watch out! Home run. Let's do that again. Rounder. Reach for it, miss. Watch out! Home run. Take a nice breath. Step to the other side. Over the top like a big crocodile and placing. Pull it back, becomes a bat. Once. Big swing. And then back long. Gazing out, leaning forward. Find it. Let the ball travel up and over you, using your shoulders up and here. And then lean down, rounder. Reach, miss it. Hug in. Watch out. Home run. Rounder. Reach, miss it. Watch out. Home run. Take a big breath. Both arms. Cross. Opening to the group. And pulling the energy back into your center. Touching shoulders. Lift to the corners. Let it swing down. Come up again. Swing down. Opening up. And push down. One arm across and open. Pulling back the shoulder. Lifting the other arm. And drop. And blow. This time your hand might take a different kind of path. Fingers wide. That arm across. Open to the group. Pull back the energy to the shoulder. Change arms. Drop. Gather. Blow. And off it goes. And as it's moving, you notice that ball coming up and over. and thank you very much. That was beautiful, even though I can't really see you. I know it was beautiful. I appreciate all your hard work. It was a lot of material. Thank you.
All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know I had a lot of fun. We're so happy to have Megan join us, and I know that her classes are adaptable to different levels, so sitting or standing depending on your abilities. All right, we'll jump into our next taster. We have our returning class, Return to Roots for Gardening and Nutrition with Joanna Wilke. Joanna, would you like to introduce yourself before we play your preview video?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. I'm pretty new to the program, just started in, I guess it was about July. And I'm really excited to share with you what we do in the Return to Roots program that I run for the Brain Wellness program. So I've got my gardening gloves on and my trowel ready to go. But I'm thinking that us doing a virtual gardening exercise together isn't going to go so smoothly. So instead, I've made a short slideshow that hopefully will give you a taste of the program and some of the topics that we look at. I'll show you some of the things that we learned about together in the summer when we did our sessions, and give you a little sneak peek as to what some of the topics are I'm hoping to cover in the fall sessions. The slideshow is full of photos of produce and plants that I grow and things that I've done with my produce. So I really hope you enjoy it, and I'd love to have you. Can you hear me okay? Okay. I'd love to have you join me on Wednesdays from 3:30 to 4:30.
The Inward Garden. Julie Moore Messervy writes, I have found through years of practice that people garden in order to make something grow, to interact with nature, to share, to find sanctuary, to heal, to honor the earth, to leave a mark. Through gardening, we feel whole as we make our personal work of art upon our land. I have personally found this to be very true throughout my lifetime of gardening. My garden has always been a place of repose and healing, but also a place of joy, creativity, wonder, and learning. There are so many things we can learn and take away from our gardens, but the benefits are almost too numerous to count, and they are deeply personal to every gardener. Return to Roots is a program that seeks to explore some of the wealth of benefits our gardens and nature have to offer. Our weekly sessions are a place where we can meet to share thoughts and ideas, celebrate our successes, and laugh over our failures. It's a club of sorts where we can learn from one another, whether we're a beginner or an advanced gardener, and we can bring joy to each other's lives, especially in this time of great isolation and anxiety. We can encourage each other to get outside, get our hands dirty, plant a seed, watch our seedling grow, reconnect to the land, and find new ways to nourish our bodies. During the summer months, for 7 weeks, a group of us met each week to do just this. We started out sharing what inspires us in our gardens and in nature, and found that we were all inspired by each other's inspirations, whether they were walking in the cool forest, or noticing the great persistence of aphids on plants, or marveling in the beautiful diversity of flowers and seeds. We also spent time looking into some of the basic principles of gardening and what sorts of things we could plant in the later summer months for a fall harvest. Many of us grow food in pots, so we shared ideas about how to make that successful. Of course, learning how to battle against insects and diseases is a huge topic for gardeners, and one that we will never completely master. But we spent one of our weeks looking into some of the organic methods that are helpful in either avoiding or managing trouble in our gardens when it comes along. Lastly, We spent a mouth-watering lesson diving into what it means to eat in season in the summer. I strongly feel that nutrition and gardening go hand in hand, and when we garden, we reconnect to the earth in a way we never thought was possible. Over and over again, gardeners will tell you about that mind-blowing first experience they had of biting into a homegrown fruit or vegetable. It's like you're tasting a brand new fruit for the first time, and you couldn't even imagine it tasting like that. We've become so used to watered down, tasteless versions of the real thing that we don't even know what we've been missing. For the past 6 years, I've taught a gardening course to a class of grade 4 students at a local elementary school. It is a journey of exploration into the natural world, starting with a web of life, learning how to plant, tend, and care for vegetables and herb gardens, growing their own produce, and finally ending up at nutrition and cooking. The Return to Roots program seeks to do something similar, though for now, because of COVID, our discussions and instruction will be online. Some of the topics I hope to cover in our fall sessions from September 16th through to December 9th include the benefits of planting a cover crop, how to grow your own garlic, the wonderful world of seeds, recycling in nature, and the recipe for a great compost. What can you grow inside when it's pouring rain outside and dark at 4 p.m.? And the warmth, comfort, and hearty goodness of eating in season in the fall. There may even be some surprise topics along the way. We'll just have to see what time affords. Usually we find ourselves running out of time each week because there are so many exciting things to share and learn about. I hope you'll come and join us each Wednesday afternoon from 3:30 to 4:30 as we explore the wonders of the garden. Claire Ansbury writes that gardens and flowers have a way of bringing people together, drawing them from their homes. Now, more than ever, we need that. So, bring your cup of tea and let's dive into the dirt together.
Thank you so much, Joanna. It looks absolutely amazing.
You're welcome.
You know, I think Matt mentioned, and me too, I'm hungry now for some fresh veggies. Oh my goodness. All right. Up next, our next preview is with Vanessa Barron for her alignment yoga class. Vanessa, did you want to introduce yourself and go into your preview?
Yes, thanks. So hello, everyone. I'm Vanessa. A few of you are familiar faces. I started teaching in the summer session this year on Wednesdays, a level 3 yoga. There is chair yoga with another instructor also. So you have a variety of yoga options to choose from. And one of the kind of core elements of yoga is connecting the mind, body, and heart. And you'll see that familiar theme through earlier with the dance session and in the mindfulness and meditation sessions. And so what I'll do this morning is just share a common opening that we do in my classes, and we'll get started. So I'd like to invite you, if you're comfortable, to actually turn yourself away from the screen, and we'll turn back after because you won't need to see what I'm doing at this beginning part. And we're going to tune into posture here. As mentioned, this practice is also about really looking at the alignment of our posture and body. And so I invite you here to turn your palms up on your lap with your fingertips apart. And if you're comfortable, gently close your eyes or soften your gaze and look at the floor in front of you a couple of feet ahead. And first notice how your feet feel on the floor beneath you. Feel if your weight is evenly distributed between both soles of your feet. And now moving up your legs, notice your hips in the chair. Take a nice slow breath in. And as you exhale, sink your hips a little deeper into the chair. On your next inhalation, lift the sides of your waist. And on your next exhalation, move your shoulders away from your ears. On your next inhalation, lengthen the back of your neck. Lift your crown towards the ceiling. And on your next exhalation, soften your face and jaw. And take a moment here to notice where you feel your breath in your body. And that gentle rise and fall. And take a nice, full, slow, deep breath in. And a long, gentle exhale. And you can open your eyes. And if you had your chair turned, you can come to face the screen again. And with your palms either under your thighs or holding onto the chair, bring your right ear towards your right shoulder, but keep those shoulders down and your hand anchored under the chair or your thigh. And notice if you feel that stretch in the back of your neck and that lengthening in those muscles that tend to be tight from sitting and being at the computer. And with your ear towards your shoulder, now turn your chin up just a little bit to look towards the corner of the room. And notice how that changes the stretch and how that feels in the back of your neck and head. And come back to center. And we'll go to the other side, bringing your ear towards your shoulder. And feeling the length of the muscle from your shoulder to the back of your neck. And again, turn your chin so that you're looking up towards the corner of the room. And just notice the difference that little change in rotation makes and how you feel that in your body. And come back to center. Turn your palms up, interlace them, and then push your palms up towards the ceiling, lifting your shoulders up, and then drop your chin so that your neck is relaxed. Root into your sitting bones and lift the waist up, lift the inner arms up, really spread those palms up towards the ceiling. Take a couple of nice relaxing breaths. Feel that your diaphragm is spread wide. And then gently relax your interlace and slowly lower your arms. Again, keeping both your sitting bones equally weighted in the chair. Take a nice deep breath in and lift the belly in and up. Make sure you're a little bit forward on your chair and that your back isn't resting on the chair. And as you exhale, turn and look over your shoulder, bringing your hand to the outside of your knee. Inhale back to center. And now looking over the opposite shoulder, again, tuning into whether one side had more movement or less movement. And inhale back to center. And I'm going to leave it there with you this morning. I hope to see you in the classes. I'll be on Wednesday mornings.
Thank you so much, Vanessa. That
Thank
was
you.
lovely. Nice grounding exercise. We look forward to your classes for sure. And next and last, but certainly not least for our fall previews, we have Rebecca Gifford, who's offering a writing class called Express Yourself, Writing as a Tool. Oh, Rebecca, are
Hi,
you there? Yeah, go right ahead.
there I am. Hi. Hi, everybody. I'm Rebecca. I'm excited to be part of the program. This will be my first time participating in the program. And I'm glad to have a chance to meet and play with some of you. I really believe in the power of creativity and the written word, and I'm thrilled to have a chance to share that with you. Just quickly, a little bit about me. I'm a care partner to my husband, Larry, who was diagnosed with Parkinson's 3 years ago. And I write professionally, and I have for the last 25 years, but I also write for a lot of other reasons. It's fun. It helps me think through things, especially when I'm feeling confused or overwhelmed. I believe in the power of storytelling to build connection. And it's one of the primary tools that I use for coping and moving through challenging days and periods of my life. I've found that accessing and expressing my creativity is helpful and healing. It's a life skill. And for me, the most natural way to express myself is through writing. But to use writing as a creative outlet and coping tool, you don't have to be an experienced writer. In fact, it's often easier if you're not. So whatever your writing experience or comfort level, whether you've never really written anything, whether it's been a long time since you've written anything, whether you're looking for a way to get back to writing, maybe having done it a long time ago and then life got in the way, whatever level you're at with writing, you're welcome in this workshop. It would be fun and helpful for you. It's built on the understanding that we are all inherently creative, and that creativity and written expression are muscles that can be conditioned by using them more. So in the workshop, I walk you through simple guided mindfulness exercises, helps you quiet the mind, brings you into the present moment. We'll also do some simple writing and creativity exercises together, and we'll do some writing exercises on our own to bring back and share with the group for discussion and commiseration. But this is not a traditional writer's workshop. Grammar and spelling don't matter, and we're not asking anyone to edit or critique anyone's work. I do encourage honest reactions and conversations around everyone's work, but and in my experience with past workshops, as we reveal ourselves through our writing and get to know each other, the conversations tend to get quite interesting and even surprising. Also, to help rebuild that writing muscle, I strongly encourage journaling during the workshop. I teach that journaling time is meant to be fun, your own time to explore your creative mind in any way that you feel like that day. There are no rules. And I'll go over what that means in the workshop and then give you some ideas for how to get started if you need them. Right now, I'd like to walk you through a simple exercise that's an example of something that we might do in the workshop. It's also something that you can do at home to start conditioning that writing muscle if you're interested in doing it. It's an example of the kinds of things that we would do in the workshop. But again, it's something that you can do on your own, and you can vary it in whatever way. It could be part of a journaling exercise. So first, I'm going to help you get into a focused, calm, creative space. Although we've had a lot of help with that already, and I do feel calm and creative already. It's been wonderful. Then I'm going to show you an image and then ask you to write something, anything, in reaction. So for this, you're going to need a paper and pen or a pencil, or you can just use your computer, since many of you are sitting in front of them. Give you just a couple minutes or a couple seconds to get that if you need to. But to get ourselves started in that, I'm going to ask everyone to please just sit comfortably where you are. If you can, please put your feet flat on the floor. And then give yourself a long, slow, deep breath. Now one more deep breath. And as you exhale, let your eyes relax and then gently close. Now I want you to imagine a thick cord made of something strong. It could be a tree trunk, a thick rope or a chain, a thick firehouse pole. I want you to attach this strong cord to the bottom of your body, where your body meets the chair, and stretch it all the way down through your chair, through the floor, through the earth beneath, all the way to the center of the earth. And imagine it anchoring itself there. If it's a tree trunk, make the roots strong. If it's a rope, tie it tight to something. And once you have that secured, give yourself one more deep breath. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Okay, now in a minute, I'm going to show you a photo. In the workshop, I'd probably give you a couple of minutes for this exercise, but right now we only have so much time. So I will give you about 20 seconds. I want you to write something in reaction to the image. It can be a one-sentence description of what you see. It can be the start of a story about what's happening in the photo or what happened just before or after it. You can write a few words about how it makes you feel. If you're not sure what to write about, or if nothing is coming to you, you can write about not having any idea what to write about. Any words you put onto paper are perfect. So is everyone ready? Okay, so here's the photo. Okay, excellent. So at this point in a typical workshop, I would ask people to share what they came up with, what their process was, how they felt about the exercise. Today, you can feel free to share with someone on your own if you like, or you can keep it to yourself. You also can take a few minutes later today to see what else might come up, or just do it with another photo. And both of these, both the breathing and the grounding exercise that we started with and the photo provocation exercise are simple ways to get into a calm, creative space and to start to condition your creativity muscle. You can pick some photos off the internet or from a book. You can then write whatever stories or ideas or reactions or feelings come to you. There are no rules. It's just about writing. I really appreciate you playing along with me today. So I have 2 workshops coming up, one for, and they start in early October. One is for people with chronic brain conditions, and one is for care partners and family members. And they'll be on Thursday mornings, every 2 weeks, bi-weekly. It's been a pleasure to be here today, and I hope I get to play with some of you soon.
Oh, thank you, Rebecca, and thank you, Petra, for taking us through our taster sessions for the fall. I know that I am really would love to be able to attend all of them. I'm this close to handing in my resignation so that I can come and play with all of you, because it's just great fun. But I have to say, this is one of the most rewarding parts of my job, so I am good with that. So now we are just going to switch gears and bring Matt back on to wrap up the Summer Brain Wellness Challenge.
Great, thanks, Elaine. So for those of you who weren't aware, we ran a 6-week Summer Brain Challenge over the summer, and I apologize, I came in the middle of it, so I wasn't participating in the beginning, but it seemed to be a nice success throughout the summer programs despite COVID and everything. So it was a nice fundraiser for us, and it was an idea to get people very active over the summer and for them to submit their activities that they did throughout the summer. So the great news is that we raised over $10,000 to the BC Brain Wellness Program, which is fantastic, through fundraising efforts through the UBC and the VCH Hospital Foundation. So it's a great thing to fundraise for such a nice cause. And the other great thing is that we have some prizes to reward. So we had some people submit their activities and whatnot, and we did a draw to see who would win some gift prizes from the VCH Hospital Foundation. So I'll announce the award winners. So we'll start, we did a midway prize. We had a little social media prize event that was hosted, and the winner of that is Sarah Hamilton. So congratulations, Sarah, on winning. I'm not sure if you're on the call today, but if you aren't, I'll follow up with an email and put you in touch with how to receive your prize. And then next, we had 3 other award winners for the whole total event. So we'll start with Jillian Robertson. She was one of our award winners and submitted some of her work and some of the times that she was participating in, which was great to see. Jillian, are you on the call? Excellent. I'm not sure if she is or not, but
yes, I am.
Oh, excellent. Congratulations, Jillian.
Thank you so much.
Great to have you involved.
It was great doing it.
Excellent. Well, we really appreciate all the effort. The next winner is Deirdre Webster. Congratulations, Deirdre. Are you on the call?
Yes, I think she is.
She might be muted, but that's okay. Congratulations, Deirdre. Thank you again for participating.
Thank you so much. It was great to be involved. Thank you.
Great. And the last winner is Ruth Major. Congratulations, Ruth, and thank you for participating.
Oh, you're muted, Ruth.
Sorry. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm muted. Forget that. So yeah, no, it was a lot of fun to actually record what you've done too, right? It's fascinating to actually say, oh my God, this is what I did over the summer, even during COVID. There were activities to do.
Great.
So thank you.
Well, that's fantastic for being active, and thank you for everyone who participated and fundraised for this event. We really appreciate it. We know there's a couple of hiccups early on with getting things organized. It was kind of a last-minute effort for us, so we're going to be looking at ways to improve next year, but we appreciate everyone's effort in helping out. The last thing I wanted to show was just a little bit of an infographic that I've created that really shows and highlights all the successes that we've had thus far. So I just wanted to highlight that since April 2020, so since we started recording some of this information and we went digital with some of our programs, we've offered over 186 hours of free classes, which is absolutely fantastic. And this has helped serve over 450 individual participants. We've had, close to 1,500 registrants, so people registering for various classes. And now with our programs running in the fall, we're increasing the number of classes up to 24 classes. So it's really a testament to the team that's been working on all these things even before I came here. So it's great to see the growth that we've made over a year. And I encourage everyone to continue participating throughout all the classes and being involved for their brain wellness. So with that, I'll pass it back to Elaine to give a little bit of a plug for the fall classes and wrap things up.
Thank you, Matt. That is a really some impressive numbers, and really does kind of pictorially show us how the program has grown. And so really, for everybody who's on the call, and certainly to share with your network, your community, your family, your friends, the registration for all of our fall programs. We've only highlighted a few of the new ones here today. There is also a craft club that is going to be brand new this fall, as well as our regulars with improv and mindfulness and artful living, living your best, variety of exercise and yoga classes, mindfulness, the book club, Talk Cafe, variety. So certainly just go to our website, and I think Petra has put that up in the chat. So you can go to our website to register. And I think the other thing too is that we will be sending out a survey following our event today, because we really do listen to the comments that people make and are looking forward to hearing from you if there's a particular program that you would be interested in, or things that have worked well, or things that you would recommend. So we do appreciate you taking the time to complete the survey so that we can cater the program to you, the people who are using it. And with that, unless there are any other comments from Silke or Matt or Petra, anything that we've forgotten?
Yeah, well, my great thank you to a fantastic team. It's such a joy to work with the whole team. Also to just highlight again that we raised $10,000 or just over $10,000 with the summer challenge, and that got matched funded. So actually, thanks to the generosity of Roberta Weiser, we actually matched fund these $10,000. So it actually doubled. So that's fantastic.
Wonderful. So if people wanted, oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I didn't get it organized to do the fundraising, but I'm just thinking in place of Christmas gifts, if somebody wanted to gift to the challenge, how could we do that? How could we have people do that?
Yes, so thank you. I think that's a great question. So although the challenge ran over the summer, we for sure, there are always opportunities to contribute to the program. And the VGH and UBC Hospital Foundation, for example, is supporting our efforts. And there are other avenues as well. So you can go to the website, to the BC Brain Wellness website, and you will find the links there to contribute. And of course, people have had their own really creative ways of raising money, walking, and for every kilometer walk they were giving money. So there were really creative ways there. So if anybody wants to do anything like that, just get in touch with the team. Okay. With BC Brain Wellness. And we're of course always very happy to hear from you.
Thank you. And I'd just like to say, as a participant, how amazing this whole program is.
Well, wonderful. Thank you, Jillian. Thank you for your participation and your support. And with that, we are at the top of the hour. And I just want to thank everybody for carving out time today to join us, to hear about our new programs, for participating in the past. And we're certainly looking forward to seeing everybody in the fall. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you, everybody. So lovely to have you all.